Guys, so we have a big breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is April 3rd, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up, and once again, thank you so much for your support. The sleeping giant base and 4,000 of its soldiers are at risk of complete destruction if Donald decides to strike Persia. State newspaper warns as it lays out how Persia will launch strike with long-range drones. Not only that, look at this one here. Big breaking news. The sleeping giant prepares for potential strike on Persia. Both of these informations coming out today. These are new updates when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. So we are seeing two countries preparing right now, getting missile defense system. I just posted a video over my main channel, Grand Supreme News. You have Russia getting involved. They're urging DC not to strike. Don't do it. Persia got 1,000 hypersonic pointed at the Holy Land and Sleeping Giant military bases. So once again, tensions are really high. We are definitely seeing Bible prophecy when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. We're gonna start with this one first, guys. I want to go with this news here. There's a lot of talk about sleeping giant soldiers. Please pray for the soldiers out there. Pray for them. It's gonna be really hot. On top of that, guys, Donald slapped tariff on almost the entire world. Donald also declared national emergency to protect America economy. So war does affect America economy too. So we need to keep the economy strong. So we are definitely seeing something here, guys. One thing I tell you, and I'm not, trying to go after the Donald here, but I don't see any peace. I don't see any peace. Again, the peace that I know is dialogue, coming together, worshiping Christ, and again, no war, just talking peacefully. But this world does not have that. I'm sorry, I don't see that peace here. I don't. The Bible says that in the end time, in the last days, peace will be replaced with destruction. We are definitely seeing some kind of shifting here when it comes to nation against nation. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not peace. Alright, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the PayPal link and the Cash App link in the comments box and also description box. Thank you so much for your support. Alright, let's see what's going on here, guys. This is a big breaking news. Persia has issued a chilling warning again. Man. That a key sleeping giant military base and thousands of sleeping giant soldiers could be obliterated if Donald orders a strike on Persia. Persia Armed Forces claimed Wednesday that Persia certainly has sufficient equipment to strike Diego Garcia, a remote island in the Indian Ocean where the sleeping giant has recently boosted military presence. The report directly warned Sleeping Giant Air Force and Navy assist, stating that the 4,000 Sleeping Giant soldiers it claims are stationed there will be at warning of complete destruction in the event of a Sleeping Giant strike on Persia. That's why the bear today, for the second time, Russia is urging the Sleeping Giant, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. This time it was a foreign ministry spokeswoman, Maria. She came out urging Donald, don't do it, Donald. Don't do it. This is, number one, this is illegal. And number two, this is going to impact the world. The oil price is going to hit the roof. So buckle up. Things are just going to hit the fan. While officials' estimates suggest the base at Diego Garcia typically hosts 400 military personnel and 2,000 civilian contractors, the state newspaper suggested the current presence of strategic assets makes it a prime target. Now it says here it comes as the U.S. launched a fresh round of strike on pro-Persian targets Thursday as it prepares to reportedly strike Persia nuclear program. So you guys already know the groups out in Yemen. All right, those are the ones that's getting hammered. It says here the group, a rebel Persian proxy force, says 6 were out in the fresh strikes across the land they control, including a guard at a communication tower. Now, they also claim that the sleeping giant struck a water project, taking four in certain regions. All right, so the sleeping giant is firing very powerful equipment from its destroyers and launching fighter jets from its aircraft carrier nearby. Again, you guys already know we have the Truman out there. Defcon Press also outlined a number of potential strike strategies, including how Persia could launch a devastating assault using its advanced drones, once again, which have a range of 4,000 kilometers, enough to reach Diego Garcia from Persia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Diego Garcia. No, you cannot go there on vacation. This is not Hawaii. All right, so I'm kidding, guys. This is like one of those island base. But so you got 1, 2, 3, 4. There were more than 4 yesterday. All right, so they park out there, and it's just a matter of time when things start hitting the fan. Okay, here's a picture. Look at this picture here. Okay, so you see the Diego Garcia. You see that little. Give me a second. I don't want to. There's some disturbing pictures here I don't want to show. But you see Persia up there. It's at Iran, right? And then you go down there. You see that yellow emoji. Boom. That's Diego Garcia, and that's Iran. Diego Garcia, again, we have our nuclear bombers down there. All right, so Diego Garcia to Iran, that's 2,390 miles away. So if you kind of think about it, that's like, wow, that's basically that's Florida to New Jersey, back from New Jersey to Florida. So that's like 3,000 miles. All right, going to Florida and New Jersey twice. All right, so once again, guys, that's the distance from Iran to Diego Garcia. It says here, the drones, the very powerful pack and explosive charge, can be fired one after the other and can loiter above potential target for hours before being slammed directly into enemy soldiers, vehicles, or buildings from above, causing huge events. However, these flying objects' speed of 185 km will mean a journey of nearly 20 hours, a significant window for the sleeping giant forces to intercept them. Once again, Persia could also unleash ballistic, other long-range equipments to strike the base. The equipment has a range of 2,000 kilometers and is able to carry a 3,300-pound warhead. Yikes. But Persia missile stockpile has been severely depleted following Holy Land airstrike in April and October 2024, meaning Persia may struggle to carry out a sustained strike. In other words, they don't have that much equipment like that to be firing. I believe they do have them. Persia warship could also attempt to get closer to Diego Garcia and launch some equipment and drone from the Indian Ocean, but the vessel are poorly equipped to withstand a sleeping giant naval response. And so, of course, the sleeping giant has significantly increased its military presence in the Middle East. The sleeping giant secretary, Defense Secretary Pete, has extended the deployment of the Truman carrier in the region. Additionally, Vincent, which usually patrols the South Red Dragon Sea, has been redirected to the Persian Gulf, directly south of Persia, to join its sister carrier USS Truman. All right, so you guys already know there's going to be two of them out there. This result in a rare two-carrier presence aimed at deterring Persia aggression. The sleeping giant has also already moved 6 B-2 Spirit stealth bombers to the island, a third of its fleet, with satellite imagery showing them resting at the Diego Garcia military base on the UK-controlled island. These high-tech planes have the capability of carrying bunker buster equipment across Persia that could literally destroy its military and nuclear sites. And if that happens, it's not going to be kumbaya and everything's peaceful around the world. There's going to be consequences to all this here, guys. The B-2 Spirits will likely be supported by a fleet of 6 stratotanker and flight refueling craft, which were seen at Diego Garcia. These will give the Spirits the capability to fly to Persia, deliver payloads, and fly back to the island in a roughly 5,000-mile round trip. Okay, so basically that's where we are with this one here. The rest is just we already know the rest of the story. Let me just bring it up really quick here, but we do know the rest of the story. The deployment underscored the escalating tensions as the sleeping giant preparedness for any possible conflict with the Mid-Eastern land. But Persia has stepped up its rhetoric against the sleeping giant in recent weeks, reportedly warning sleeping giant bases across the Mid-East. That's the big concern there. That is the big warning there, that we have sleeping giant soldiers out there in crosshair, and that's something that is very concerning now. It says, but Persia has stepped up its rhetoric. We already know that. A senior Persian official ominously warned the Wall Street Journal that each sleeping giant soldier will be an individual target. Oh man, if the sleeping giant carry out a strike on Persia, that is not good. So you have this person here, very important person, commander of Persia Aerospace Force, claimed that the sleeping giant has at least 10 bases, 10, and over 50,000 troops in the region, all of whom are within range of Persia equipment. Not good. Not good. All right, so a lot of stuff here I'm just gonna skip, but you can find all these information on my Twitter page. I'm sharing the information on my X account. Follow me on X. The link will be in the description box. The sleeping giant is also exerting financial pressure on Persia, with the U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott on Wednesday meeting in Washington with 16 global banks and federal law enforcement agency on sleeping giant sanctions policy on Persia, including efforts to cut its oil exports. Once again, you have very important people here say Donald administration is applying economic pressure to the maximum extent possible to disrupt Persia access to financial resources that help it fund their proxies and other groups throughout the Mideast and its efforts to obtain a nuclear equipment. This includes the billions of dollars each year that Persia generates via its oil sales, which the regime also uses to finance its dangerous agenda and support its multiple proxy and partners, this person said, according to the copy of his remark. All right, so Holy Land is stepping in, and they are urging, telling the sleeping giants that these radicals are being funded by Persia. Again, you guys already know Yemen and all of them. Teapot refinery purchases of Persia oil provide the primary economic lifeline for the Persian regime, Besant said. Besant also warned the banks that Persia conducts its foreign exchange activity through a covert shadow banking network. That's how they keep supplying their radicals out there. My message to financial institutions worldwide is unequivocal. Safeguard your institution from being exploited by this mainline network so you can continue to serve your legitimate client with integrity, this person told the bank, according to the Treasury Department. Now, the department did not immediately respond to a request about which banks and agency participated. Besant said Treasury uses tools such as Wednesday meeting to bring together financial institutions, regulatory agencies, and law enforcement to disrupt what it calls Persia illicit revenue streams. In a news interview over the weekend, Donald also warned so-called secondary tariffs, which affects buyers of a country's good on both the bear and Persia. That's where we are right now with this one, guys. Once again, very important information. Sleeping Giant base and 4,000 of its Sleeping Giant soldiers are at risk of complete destruction if Donald decides to strike Persia. But we have this breaking news I want to bring up. The Sleeping Giant prepares for potential strike on Persia. So this is coming out today, April 3rd, 2025. All these information is coming out today. Once again, please share the video. And I want to thank every single one of you for your support. So let's see what's going on with the Sleeping Giant side. The Sleeping Giant is rapidly expanding its military footprint across the Mideast, deploying thousands of troops, strategic bombers, missile defense system, and naval assist amid escalating tensions with Persia. The deployment comes as Donald issued a stark warning to Persia during a nationally televised interview. An interview on the news, Donald said if they don't make a deal, there will be boom! Referring to Persia's nuclear ambition, he added Sleeping Giant and Persia officials are talking, signaling that back-channel diplomatic discussions are underway. The remarks follow weeks of mounting pressure on Persia to return to the negotiation and abandon any pursuit of nuclear equipment. Donald comments coincide with a visible surge in the U.S. military activity across the region. Whoops. Over 40,000 Sleeping Giant soldiers are now deployed in the theater. You have the Truman is currently operating in a red-hot sea. And then you have Vincent is reportedly en route to reinforce naval presence, and satellite imagery has confirmed that the presence of 6 B-2 stealth bombers at Diego Garcia, a remote Sleeping Giant military base in the Indian Ocean, often used for strike operation. In addition, strategic bombers, including the B-52s, remain stationed at again, I'm going to skip that name, the base in Qatar. You have 5 CM Super Galaxy airlifters recently delivered cargo to the same installation, widely believed to include either MIM-104 Patriot or THAAD missile defense system. Other C-17 transport flights reportedly deliver Patriots to Isa Air Base in Bahrain. Air power in the region now includes B-52s, B-2s, A-10s, F-15s, F-35s, and MQ-9 Reaper drone, forming a comprehensive mix of strike support and ISR capabilities. Boy, oh boy, they got all them birds out there. They got all them birds out there. This broad deployment, which mirrors the buildup prior to previous U.S. operation in the region, reflects what defense officials describe as contingency readiness, while no others have been given for an offensive strike. The scale and positioning of assets strongly suggest that the Pentagon is preparing for a range of outcomes, including the possible execution of precision strike against Persia nuclear infrastructure. It's just a matter of time when this happens. Donald remarks underline the administration position. Persia must choose between renewed negotiation or face consequences, the likes of which they have never seen before. The coming days are expected to test whether diplomacy or force will define the next phase of Sleeping Giant Persia relations. Alright, so once again, you have these nations are getting ready. Again, Persia just announced 1,000 ballistic equipments, the hypersonic, airspace closed. You got, again, these nations are getting ready. The bear has intervened. The bear is trying to get in the middle of it and tell these two, knock it off. Knock it off. There will be consequences. We don't want to go to this path now. Things are going to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. And it's true. I agree with the bear. This thing is going to hit the fan. It's going to impact the world. It's going to impact the region. We don't need another mess on the table. We can't do this. We can't afford this. It's true. And this is why I keep telling you guys, this is not peace. I don't know what Donald is talking about when he's talking about peace. This ain't it. This ain't it. But the Bible is accurate 100%. In the end time, there will be so many things of nation against nations. It will be tough time for pregnant women and nursing mother. Again, tough time for pregnant women and nursing mother. That is not peace. That is just total, again, bad situation. I was going to say the other word. But again, this is where we are right now, guys. Pray for each other. We are definitely seeing Bible prophecy happening right in front of our faces. Check out the video I posted today. The links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.